gotta get up. You gotta get up and make a move. 'Cause the world will never see you until you do. No, they don't really care what you're going through.
Okay, good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. So good to have you, all right?
Thank you.
You have a child in this school?
Yes.
And what's the name of the child?
Her name is Cheryl'S.
Cheryl'S.
Yes.
What a beautiful girl. So you really love her?
I do.
Despite everything?
I do.
And you don't see anything as a disadvantage?
At all.
Why?
No. Because she's my child. I gave birth to her. God gave her to me as a gift.
Is your first child?
No. She's my last child.
And how did you feel when you saw her and you found out that she had this issue some persons might call disability, which I don't call disability, it's a gift. So how did you feel?
Initially, I felt bad. You know? She
I
was a
like
child.
that honesty.
Yes, she was a child I wasn't expecting actually. I had stopped giving birth at 3. She came as the one we call mistake child, but she's not a mistake child. I don't see her as that. So when she came and I discovered she had these issues, she's not disabled, I was like, God, I never asked you for a child and you give me this. What have I done? So I felt
some persons watching us will not know the condition. What was
she had speech and hearing impairment.
Okay.
And her development was slow.
Oh.
You know, so I felt very bad. Every day I was crying to God and I was crying
At what
to
age
God.
did you realize or did you notice this?
From 6 months, because my other children develop very fast. My children walked at 9 months. The 3 of them walked at 9 months. Once it's 9 months, they start running around. But as at 9 months, she still has not been able to hold her neck. You know, she cannot sit down. She cannot do anything. So I knew there was a problem. I knew there was a problem. And I went to the hospital and they told me, no, madam, she will outgrow it. Don't bother yourself. Then when she got to 1 year, she wasn't talking. She was not saying mommy. She was not saying daddy. Nothing with all the children around her. Nothing. When you talk to her, you know when you see a child and you talk and the child hears the name, she doesn't respond to any name anymore. So unless you are facing her and she's reading your lips, she does not respond.
Wow.
So I suspected there was something wrong. I told my husband said, women, you just use your mouth to bring problem upon yourself. This child is okay. I waited, she was 2 years. It was when she was 2 years, she started walking. And that's when I celebrated her first birthday. So after that 2 years, I then seeking solution. I started going from one hospital to the other, not prayer houses, hospital to another hospital. They would tell me she will outgrow it. At 3, she still did not outgrow it. She wasn't hearing, she wasn't talking. And I went to
You visited a lot of prayer houses?
No. I said hospitals.
Hospitals, no prayer house?
No prayer house, no. Hospitals.
Why?
Private hospitals. Because I wanted a doctor to explain to me what was wrong with my daughter. I wanted a doctor to tell me. And the pediatricians I have seen, all of them will tell me she will outgrow it. I shouldn't bother. Some even say probably because I was on family planning for a long time, that was how it happened. Well, I don't know. So I visited UPTH. They went to ENT department. They checked her and told me she was okay, that I should go. She was going to outgrow. I waited for another 1 year. The condition still remains. I went back to UPTH again because I felt that was where I get all the specialists. I went back to UPTH again, and it took me 3 months to be able to see the ENT this time around. Every Thursday of every week, I was at UPTH. And each time, ENT will not be on seat. I'll be there by 6 a.m., leave there by 2 or 3 p.m.
Wow.
Yet I will not see a specialist. So this last day, I now say if I come here today and I don't see the specialist, I will never come back here again. Unfortunately for me, I saw the ENT. It was our turn. We got in and I explained my case to her. The ENT looked at how old is she? I said 4. I said, madam, go home. Your daughter will outgrow it. It's like that sometimes. So I came out of the ENT's office and I was so overwhelmed with emotions, with pain, and I began to cry. So a male cleaner was sweeping and she saw me say, madam, no cry. Carry your pikin, go Otana. I said, Otana, where is Otana? He said, Otana is on Victoria Street, town. At that time, I don't even know where town was.
A male cleaner?
A male was sweeping. Told me to go to town. And I said, can you please give me the address? He said, unfortunately, he doesn't know the address, but he has heard the name. Then a nurse was sitting on the table there and said, listen to watch RSTV News, 7 p.m. You will get the address there. I said, oh, great. 7 p.m., I sat down before the television, listened to RSTV News. Immediately after the news, Otana advert came on air. So I picked my biro and paper to get the address. Immediately they started calling the phone number 080, NEPA went off.
Oh my God.
We couldn't get the number that day. By the time we went to put on the gel and came back, they finished. The next day we sat down, I told my daughter, please leave the gel on. We're not going to use NEPA today. Watch the advert, and I was so interested. What they were saying about the advert mentioned her case, is bed, speech therapies, hearing aids, and all that. So I now said, let us sit down, use Jen today. We now sat down again to take the number 080. Jen did brrrr, went off.
My goodness.
I said, Holy Spirit, what is the problem? Is it something I'm not doing right? That I cannot get Otana's number? The third day, the whole family sat down to watch RSTV. Everybody with paper, you believe. We were so desperate, we needed information.
Yeah.
And we needed, this girl is too beautiful.
Of course.
We needed a solution for her. So we now got the number, sat down, everybody, okay, when they start the advert, you take from the end, you take from the any number you can see. We now started, we put on the gender, was light, we put on the gender, so that we won't have any issue. We now, when the advert started, my younger brother started from the end. My first one started from the beginning. I think 2 of us also wrote the middle numbers. And immediately they started 08011. They were saying the number, Jen went off again. Before my brother could change to NEPA, they had finished. We said, okay, let's put together what we have gotten.
That's true.
That is it. We now put the number together.
That tells me that this young lady is going to be a special.
Oh, great, yes. So we put the number together and we decided to try the number. My husband was like, no, it's a school. I said, no, they didn't tell us it was a school. They said it was a hospital. So let us check. And I just dialed the number. Let's see if it is not correct. Then tomorrow we sit down again. We put the numbers together and I dialed. And I heard a female voice. Hello, Otana Health Center.
Oh.
Glory. I couldn't talk that night. I started shouting, glory, glory, glory. I said, Ma, I will call you tomorrow morning. She said, okay. What is the issue? I said, Ma, you won't understand now. We were so excited that at least we've gotten the number.
Definitely put through that.
So the next morning, I put a call through to her. She picked my call and gave me direction to the place, which was that we are no more at Victoria Street town. And they were at Rumibu. Okay. So they gave me the address. The next morning, I took my daughter and we got to Otana. When we got to Otana, she asked, of course, she drilled me, clerked me, asked questions about her bed, my family, I answered all that I could answer. She now said, okay, they were going to run some tests and they will do this and do this. So when we came back for the review of the results, she told me the problem with my child, but that with speech therapy, she will be able to speak. I said, praise the Lord. At least I've heard something positive.
Something positive, not
she will outgrow. Somebody has been able to tell me what the problem was and then told me the solution to the problem. She said, okay, the school resumes by, they have school also, they resume by September. This was around July. I think they have June, July. And they will resume by September. So we say, okay, praise God. School resumed. We came, collected the curriculum of the school, and she was supposed to start. Of course, the nurses was there. So we couldn't start immediately. She called me 2 weeks after school resumed. She said, where is my daughter? I said, Ma, we are trying to see how we can put the money together. She said, bring my daughter to me.
Bring
my daughter.
Not your daughter.
Not my daughter. She referred to my daughter as her daughter. So I knew that my daughter has a home. Oh, yeah. Do you understand? I just felt this relaxed, confident that my daughter has somebody that will take care of her as her own.
And by the way, for those of you who are watching, that is what Otana is all about. We don't believe that child is that child.
Yeah.
We don't believe it's just your child.
Yeah.
That child is our child.
Yeah.
So that's very important, because once the children have that sense of belonging, love conquers everything. All right, let's get back to that again.
I brought her And I said, Ma, she said, I said, bring my daughter to me. Have I asked you for money? When the money comes, come and pay. But my daughter has to start the therapy immediately. And we need a hearing aid from her. She gave us the cost for the hearing aid. But meanwhile, since we couldn't afford both the school fees and the hearing aid, she provided a temporary hearing aid for my daughter. My brother, you need to see my excitement the day my daughter wore that hearing aid for the first time and she heard sound. Wow!
Oh my God!
I was so happy.
Do you have a video of that?
No, that was a mistake.
God. The first time she heard your voice.
That was the first. Because I was behind her, and she said, Mrs. Otana said, call her name, say something. I just didn't know. She turned for the first time, and I said, how are you? She, of course, then she had not started talking. So I came back. She was so excited. She was looking at me and she was smiling. You know, she could hear sound for the first time in her life. She could hear sound. So she was so excited herself. She started jumping around the center. She was just
how old was
hitting. She was 5. She was 5 when we started. She was hitting her feet on the ground, stomping
to get the sound.
To get the sound.
Oh my God.
So that was how she ran around the school. And I was so excited she started attending the school. She started in September, second week of September. By December, when she came back home from holiday, my daughter looked at my husband and said, Daddy, how are you?
Come on.
Oh, great.
I mean, I can just feel that myself here. I'm just so overwhelmed with that emotion.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, goosebumps. Even on my body because.
My daughter looked at my father and her dad and said, Daddy, how are you?
Goodness.
We put a call through to Dr. Otana immediately. We said, thank you for what you are doing. She said, it is God that is doing it. I said, my daughter referred to her father for the first time. And that is how it has continued till now. The improvement is tremendous. It's great. She has really, really improved. You asked her, this last holiday she came home, how are you? She said, I'm good. And you? Wow. Very clear.
How old is she now?
She'll be 14 next week. She'll be 14 next week.
You can imagine the patients all this year.
Oh, yeah.
And you are happy.
I'm very happy.
I wish I could see her.
She was here.
Yes. We need to see her. And those of you watching, we need to see this beautiful girl. And it's amazing. I myself have had conversation with her, and she's actually a very wonderful girl. Very intelligent. You know, sometimes I work mathematics with her. She solves the math.
You don't do homework for her.
No.
The
you confidence don't. Is there.
She does her homework herself, except the one she is not sure. And when you start working the homework, she'll tell you no. She will tell you, you mention her teacher's name and tell this is how she taught me. You don't do her school things for her.
And that's the good thing about this center.
Yeah.
It's not a center where we kind of pet the kids, like help them do things. Because you know this kind of thing people do. When a person is disabled, they now say, let us be helping the person. No, we don't do that here. We want that same child to compete favorably with others outside. The same thing the other children would do. Let that child do it. They learn it themselves.
Yes.
And that's the good thing. That's a very good sign.
In this center, we're told not to have pity.
Of course.
Yeah. No pity. Love her. Take her as other children. Let her participate in every other activities the other siblings are doing. And that's what she does. She gets to church. She participates in everything the children does in the classes in Sunday school. In fact, sometimes she opens her Bible and teaches them. She goes to church with her notepad and her pen. She jots down everything that she's saying on the screen. The ones that she cannot hear, she will see her in church. Sometimes she'll be adjusting her hearing aid so she can hear what is being said. She writes it down. Wow. She writes it down. So there was a day I came to the
and
center.
She's also good with the science.
She's also good with the science. But I am not good with the science. So I prefer to talk with her. Because if you do something, she'll tell you no. Do it this way. I came to the center.
So now she's also teaching you.
She's also teaching me. She is. She's teaching me. I asked Dr. Mrs. Otana, I said, can you please tell me the magic they are using here? She said, what magic? It is God that has given the wisdom. It is God that is helping. It is God. So I thank God for everything.
You're happy.
I'm very happy.
And this is just the beginning.
Amen.
That the real Cherry, right,
yes.
is going to be unfolding soon.
Amen.
Yeah. I said much more capacity will begin to unfold. She's going to shock the world.
Amen.
People will look at it and will be like, "What you mean? She was like this, she was like that."
Yeah.
And that's why somehow start getting some video documentary. Just on your phone, just do some things, you know. So when you show people, they'll be like, "Are you serious?" Truly, God works, and God works through chosen vessels, and that chosen vessel is Otana. For that sake of that child that you say the child can't talk, my child has this one impairment or the other, whatever they call it. Some people say that one, this one. No, you know, I've seen a child who would have been thrown away, forgotten. I've seen that child father a child, got married. In fact, I was in that wedding, and he's a father today. The same young man that people would have considered this one is forgotten. He's a father today, and on his wedding day was even dancing. And you can imagine that. That's what we believe in this place. Now, those of you listening to us, thank you so much. And you can see the picture of the girl we're talking about right now showing to you on the screen. That's Cherry, and some of the video of her performing. That's the same girl doing that. And now to get more contact about this center, just get the phone number on the screen shown to you, and the address is all on the screen. Just follow through, and I can tell you, it's just a call away, and that child is going to say, "How are you?" Thank you so much, and have a wonderful time. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.